Good morning, chess boys, and happy anniversary, chess24. 6 years since the launch, and I guess this is a time to reflect, look back, be grateful, all that good stuff. And that's what the next 16 hours of Banter Blitz after me will be for. What I'll be doing is sit here, play games, get very upset about losing to strangers on the internet, imply that they were cheating, because how else could they beat such a genius as Jan Gustafsson at 11 a.m. this Monday morning. So that's how it's gonna go. In the meantime, I shall talk, because let's face it, this is more advertising than Home Shopping Europe. I shall talk about all the great products that chess24 is bringing to you on this very day. There is a new Magnus Carlsen series on the Stonewall. Now this is a tough one for me, because you know how much I hate the move pawn to f5 in any position, and therefore to have to talk about the deep insights gained after d4, e6, c4, f5, and unbalancing the position and fighting for an advantage with black, and I don't know, beating Vichy and Caruana with the black pieces by putting pawn on f5 will make me question everything I ever believed in and all that stuff. Anyway, if you're a chess24 premium member, the Stonewall by Magnus Carlsen, available now. What else am I plugging? I think, is my candidates preview with the boys online? I think that's the official title. Jan's candidates preview with the boys, with Peter Heine Nielsen and Laurent Fressinet. We rated all the candidates and came to very, very deep insights. It's been a fun series. 8 videos on all the candidates. So let's play some games. I'll try to throw more advertising in later. What about Zappy X? Stefan Chess saying, did you recover from the nightmare yesterday, Jan? Smiley face. No, it's just the usual self-loathing that I get so mad at myself if I play like such an idiot. And I sit there and really deep self-hatred, like bigger than these usual things, which is not ideal, because, you know, you should just play a game of chess. I was happy I did not lose in the end and did not mess up the fight for Baden-Baden, but the feelings of, disliking myself, which I'm no stranger to, as you probably know, but that I can get from playing chess badly, or I should say horribly, are really, really intense. And if there's any shrinks out there, let's talk about it. What I feel better, I read Vichy's book, which by the way is very recommended. It's called Mind Master, and it's very candid, because Vichy, throughout his career, he's been playing it sort of close to the vest or chest. And in that book, he shares a lot of stuff I didn't know, and also his thoughts about, you know, his inner workings and so on. And what I felt great about, which I'm gonna make this all about me, is that I felt a little less crazy after reading that even a genius, a multiple world champion like Vichy, has all these crazy little superstitions and the self-loathing, and, you know, thinking, if I don't do this exactly the way I did it yesterday, I'm gonna lose today. You know, insane stuff. But it looks like it's fairly common to chess players. So thanks, Vichy. I felt a little less insane after reading your book. Didn't help much. It didn't make me better at chess, but highly recommended. Mind Master by the great Vichy Anand. Ace Point is saying, happy birthday and welcome to the grammar school. What's that? Did I correct someone? Or did I commit grammar mistakes? Or both? I should probably talk about chess. This has been the Budapest Gambit, a playable but sort of mediocre opening. And after bishop f4, the main line is knight c6, knight f3, bishop b4 check, when black regains the pawn on e5, but is slightly worse. g5 is a move that sometimes pops up. I used to think bishop d2 followed by bishop c3 was very smart here. I think then at some point I fed this into a computer and he said, what are you talking about, you idiot? White is winning here. So that's more or less the extent of my knowledge, and well, winning is a bit strong, but computers were pretty happy here. And now I'm wondering if I should gambit this pawn or not. Oof, decisions. I think I will, in trademark style, go with... nah, I want to keep it. Knight e2, knight c4. Okay. c1 looks like good compensation. I'm not sure if more than that. I'll go c5. Live a little. Bad move. Sadoji is saying, mediocre, how dare you? Who did I insult? Who did I call mediocre? By the way, thanks, Mr. Doji, for being on time. Which in the past, you know, your attendance rates have been dropping a little bit. It's been like me in the 11th grade. I'm Mr. Doji saying I insulted the Budapest. Yeah, mediocre, I think, is fair judgment. It's not horrible, but it's clearly worse than, you know, good openings. It's like you start the game at around minus 0.50 here. Well, if you go e6 or even g6, you start around 0.20. So I think mediocre is pretty fair, actually. I've played the Budapest quite a bit in my younger days. Before, my creativity, my thought process, my joy was completely destroyed by chess engines when I was like 11, 12. German under 12 championship, Schwarzburg 1991. The Budapest was my main opening. Those were the good days. Don't check me, sir. Are all my coffees empty? That's just lousy preparation. Faggy is saying, I risk my job because of this banter shizzle. Okay, come on, Faggy. That's the least we can expect. Also, I would guess that at the University of Zurich, you have a lot of liberties with attendance and doing stuff. I don't think your job is highly at risk. Teja Ravi number 2 is asking, where are you live from? I'm live from the beautiful city of Hamburg, Germany. Always very high on the rankings of best cities to live in, the life quality. Even though I think it got kicked out of the top 20 recently, my theory is all these rankings are total nonsense because they never take the climate into account. And it's really been depressing, shitty weather for like 5-6 weeks straight. Not mind-numbingly cold, but the usual Hamburg sensation of 4 or 5 degrees, some mild rain and gray skies, which I think we should prize into these rankings. So my rankings of countries to live in are not like the usual Norway, Finland, Iceland, Sweden, Ireland, Holland, Germany. My ranking, well, no one's going to be surprised, but is Thailand number 1, then long time nothing, then, you know, places like Portugal and Spain and so on. I should add as a disclaimer that I've never been to Africa, Latin America, or anywhere where weather is nice. Still, I think these life quality rankings where the horribly cold places all win do not make a lot of sense. Teja Ravi is saying, yesterday I renewed with your lovely voucher. Enjoy 2020. That's a voucher? I had no idea. Am I supposed to plug it? Where's all the stuff? As for the game, I'm a little better because of the weakness on d6. Zepiax is being shifty and has played kind of okay. That's about as high praise as I'm able to give. Kind of okay. So, nothing too bad has happened. Knight cd5 is a horrible, horrible move, giving him access to the c2 square, which might send us into a spiral of self-loathing earlier than expected. Then again, the spiral has already sort of started, I guess. He had to stop 97 check, so maybe I can still hang in there, but that was not a great move. So rook c6, I shall double here. He's going to go rook dc8, Washington dc8, and I will probably return, unless I can make knight b4 work. He goes bishop e6. Let's go back. Zeppi, still very resilient. Now I'm not sure if this is a blunder, but I guess he took a conscious decision to free his position by sacrificing this d6 pawn, which makes a lot of sense. King e8, however, bit of a mistake. I guess he tried to pre-move that because he was expecting me to go bishop takes d6, but that's a risky pre-move, Zeppi. And it kind of backfired, and Zeppi resigns. Thanks for the game, Zeppi X. So Dodgy is saying snow is character building. Snow could be, but rain? Is rain character building? I don't know. Wow, what is this amazing promotion? Buy a year of premium and get a free hoodie? Like any hoodie? The famous fucking legend hoodie in the trendy color that is minty green? Ali Reza is the future. Wow! Join the rank of expert fortune tellers that once he broke 2700 as a 16-year-old was saying, you know what? I always knew that Ali Reza kit was kind of good. I like this one. You know, no nonsense. Chess24. Gray. It's a beautiful color, gray. You get very used to gray if you're surrounded by it. What else is there? Ah yeah, there's also the attacking series by Magnus. That one's older, but I think people have to be reminded that now there are 2 Magnus series. Stonewall, attacking, amazing. Could I get the birthday background for this one? Tekjan is on it. Boom! What a prodigy. Prodigy of tacking. Drunk Duck is saying, using your only F-bomb in the first 10 minutes of the show. I don't know, does it count if I'm reading out stuff? Is that an F-bomb drop? I feel that shouldn't count. More chess games. Look who's up early. Our boy, Zlatan56, expertly drawing 2 games in around 22 moves this Bundesliga weekend against the likes of Peter Leko and Vishy Anand. A fantastic, fantastic weekend for Monsieur Laurent. Oh, he's choosing a somewhat provocative opening. Exciting. But of course, I am incredibly booked up even in total nonsense like this. Mr. Dodger is saying he does believe that the F-bomb counts. Ugh, that's bad news. F you, Monsieur Laurent, for playing knight c3. It's a bit Lawrence Trent style. You play some nonsense, then if you lose, oh, but I played some nonsense. And if you win, you can say, look, I played some nonsense and still won, humiliating the guy. So, I will mildly resent you for that opening choice, Laurent. You know, I usually never have a bad word to say about you, but that opening choice, hurtful, hurtful. So many options. Knight c6 first, or bishop g4 immediately. Everything looks fairly tempting. So here we are. So So many tempting moves. Knight h5, queen b4, rook d8. Maybe not rook d8. That was dumb. I'm drifting already. Self-loathing that's about to come. You have no idea. So here's knight d5, which I kind of did not take very seriously. Neither does he. Quelle surprise. Okay, let's take the effing pawn. Let's see what happens. Sometimes I forget that part of the Banter Blitz concept is the talking. But I don't feel like talking. I don't even feel like making moves. I guess my position is good, but I have to be careful. Because he has some, some annoyance. Some potential annoyance like rook. Bishop e2, b5, he wants knight b5. Okay, time to... Bishop e2 looks very wrong, by the way, because he's blocking his rook e1. Okay, gotta make some moves. Ooh la la. Too weak, too slow, the usual story. Trying to figure out what happens after queen b2, but I'm also letting my time run out, which is disgusting. Queen b8, here's bishop c5, which is pretty annoying. Big champion of chess, who would have thought? Take your time, Monsieur Laurent. Gotta speed up a little too. Knight c6 is bad news, huh? He doesn't spot it because he is a horrible player after all. But unfortunately, this is also good enough. Oh boy. I was in a great mood already. Now it's greater. Congratulations to Monsieur Laurent Fressinet. Fantastic game. So, how can we get the festive spirit back? Maybe by beating Master Jan 2003. So Doji is saying even his typing is sarcastic. No, just congratulating my dear friend Laurent on a well-played Blitz game and on being awake at 11 a.m., which might be a personal new record. Do the boulangeries even open before noon, Laurent? Okay. I have to be careful because I know the one topic that will one day make Laurent turn on me and there being no way back is the Pain Blanc topic. And I just cannot let it go. So I am not sure. CP Kauter is saying, yes, Lawrence is in Amsterdam at the moment indeed. Lawrence Trent, he's playing in the prestigious Batavia something. He was the bottom seed, no? I believe, bold prediction, Lawrence Trent will not finish last. Master Jam is doing all right here. Nothing I could criticize too much. Zlatan56 is saying you can get your 10 minutes baguette after that game. I don't know what that means. 10 minutes baguette. He's saying because he is so satisfied with that game, I can now talk about Pan Blanc for 10 minutes. Ah, got it. He's turning more and more into... No, I'm not gonna say anything bad. It's a festive day. We have a new Magnus series, the Stonewall, my favorite opening. I should play it every game now. Boarding a pawn on f5, trying to grab a space advantage with the black pieces ASAP. We have the video series on the candidates where Laurent and Peter Heine are expertly ranking all the candidates' strengths and weaknesses. I think we also released this video where we expertly rank our strengths and weaknesses, like Laurent's, Peter's, mine, where Peter and I kind of agreed, and I think the last game confirmed that Laurent is a tremendously gifted practical player. That might be another way to hurt his feelings other than the Pan Blanc. The praising his calculation, he gets very upset about. Anyway, we have a fun lineup for you today. After this, we have our Norwegian youngsters, Benjamin Haldorsson and Sebastian Mikhailov, who I think are coming to Hamburg to record some video series. So I expect him in this studio any moment. Actually, they should have been here like an hour ago. So not quite sure what happened to them. But assuming they came here, I'm not sure, maybe did new countries block their borders because of coronavirus? Did I miss something? Or is there some trouble flying? I'm not sure. But I think they will show up today. So they will be here doing a great show. Much more, positive, I think it's fair to say, than mine. Because they chose to choose life. So there's that. Then there's Hammerboy, Laurent Fressinet. It's a great lineup. Gatakamsky, Peter Svidler, Alex Landerman, Sam Shankland, the Americans. Who am I missing? Irina Krush, Pascal Charbonneau, Lei Fenghua. Is that everybody? I don't know. Why am I being outplayed by Master Jan, by the way? I'm hurt already. I need a break. I need a victory. Kibitzer saying, hi Jan, hi chat. Drawbreaker saying, Pascal just got insulted. Didn't mean to, just Pascal. He's one of us. So I was thinking about the new guns that he brought in, because Pascal's running the show there. 94, I'm really being crushed here. Unpleasant. You know what? It's probably losing. Do I want to go down without a fight? That's usually how I handle such situations. Queen b2, queen e8, knight f8, knight d5. Doesn't look great. Nope. I'll hang in there. Knight f6, knight d5. Doesn't look great either, has to be admitted. But it looks better than the other line. Knight g6 maybe gives me a fighting chance, still somewhat worse, but not by much. Yeah, now the position is tenable, which really, at this stage of my career, is all I can ask for against 1352 after 27 moves. Is it tenable or is it also flaggable? Those are the remaining questions. I really wish I could teach y'all something about chess. But at this point, I do not know what. Schachschatten, for example, is asking, Jan, what do you play against 1e3? It's not a topic I have given oceans of thought. Depends what mood you're in. e5 looks like a good mood. Like a good mood. Freud. Shut up, Freud. Looks like a good move. d5 looks like a good move. Probably I wouldn't go d5 because then after c4 or whatever, they get their wish. So I'd probably either play e5 when I guess the best white has is like c4 or d4, and after d4 you can just take in d5 if you want to. Or I would also strongly consider knight to f6 because, you know, that looks like a very sensible move you need either way, and you ask white to show his hand before committing any further. Drawbreaker saying f5 is good against e3. Yeah, maybe you can go for a stonewall straight away. That does sound like a fantastic idea too. As for this game, Master Jan has played a great game. I will flag him because I really need that win at this point. But nothing but respect for Master Jan, who, yeah, has not played weaker than me at all. What's going on? chess24 is saying, hi all, I'm new here, just start playing online today. Wow, happy birthday all chess24 people. Welcome, chessfan64. This is a fun place to be, which I hope you will enjoy greatly. What did I do, queen e3? This was not out of spite. I thought his king was on f2. You know, I should always play blindfold because I'm so much stronger playing blindfold. I know where the pieces are and everything. Well, in this format, I really struggle. But it's, I think, a well-deserved win. Well played by both sides. You can't see it on the screen, but I am actually a chess grandmaster. There is a GM after my name. So, thanks for the game, Master Jan 2003. Very well played. Let's play this gentleman because he has a nice username. Gambit7 saying, great seeing you, Jan, in good spirits. Oof. Can you imagine the darkness in my world? If this is good spirits, it's like, I'm not sure if you guys seen that Joker movie. But, you know, the first hour is me on a good day. And Gambit7 saying, any blindfold today? Nah, that's cheating because I play so much better. But when I play blindfold, I think the next show is Wednesday. I think Wednesday. Here we have one more way to lift my mood. The London system. I'm not sure which system I dislike more. The Dutch or the London? I think the Dutch, but what I dislike most about it is that I'm starting to realize, especially about the London, but also the Stonewall, I watched Magnus' series, I'm starting to realize these aren't such bad openings. So these long-held beliefs I had, like Bishop f4 is not a real opening. The Dutch is not a real opening. No Cleveland team ever wins any titles in anything. I'm starting to question all of those, and it's tough. Gambit7 is asking, what's troubling you then? That's a fair question, actually. What is wrong with me? with my position, not much is wrong. I could contemplate c4, bishop e2, bishop g6, or more standard ways of playing these positions, like going for e5. Not sure which one I like better. Or bishop g6. Now you know what. Let's mix it. h6 is top knight h4. The standard plan in these positions is bishop d1 followed by bishop c2 to prepare pawn to e4. And wow, D Wheelie. He knows. They knew. Also, didn't I vouch to play the Stonewall? I'm so forgetful. Don't pin me, sir. Historic moment. Jan spots a tactic. Mark this down. Clip this, because we do not have a lot of those. And I have a feeling that if I will give a longer speech about it, I will realize that my knight will get trapped on c2 and not do it. Or do it anyway, because I'm so desperate to get in a combinaison once every 15 Banter Blitzes. So here we are. Knight takes d4. Amazing. That's the Grandmaster Lee pattern recognition kicking in. Schachschatten is saying, would you mind playing a Philidor with me? Should we play Schachschatten? I would not mind it being a Philidor. What's going on Twitch? How my Twitch boys? Because you know, if you don't go with the times, you gotta go over time, as Mr. Stromberg taught all of us. Therefore, I'm trying to stay current, and I'm being told all the cool kids, if by cool kids we do mean the future leaders of the world, spending their time watching, you know, chess, card games, computer games, other people playing those things. I'm being told they're all on Twitch. So how are you guys doing? You doing good? Arkwise is saying hi, Jan. And Danuna saying we good. Boom. Great to hear. Sleepy Mario is saying you should check Super Mario Maker 2, Jan. Yeah, I can't wait. It's another pleasing side of my personality. I don't have hobbies or friends or anything that gives me joy, but I also strongly look down on people that have these things, especially hobbies or things they enjoy. So expect nothing but snark for any of your nerdy recommendations. K Clicks Apple Juice is saying Pride High. Blitzking 12 is saying Jan is a nerd. I don't know. I don't know what the definition is anymore. You keep moving the goalposts. Is it just not having friends? Or is it strongly being interested in one topic to the extent that sometimes you are willing to sacrifice social activities to, you know, spend more time on that topic? Which in my case is true, because no porn jokes here, Jan. Control yourself. It's early in the morning. I spent a lot of time on chess. Taklara is saying, are you having a good day, Jan? The sad truth is, yeah. Can I checkmate him? Please let me checkmate you. I'm being asked to comment on the Regem thing. The truth is, I do not know very much. It was brought to my attention that there's a lot of stuff happening yesterday, and I do know, I haven't gotten any briefing from chess24 what's going on or something. I do know they sponsored, or they appeared on this, what was it, Banter Blitz Cup videos? I think that will no longer be the case, but I haven't read up on any of the accusations. I hear their stuff isn't really working, or this is not me trying to escape the topic. I just really know very, very little, and I'm also not sure if chess24 or anybody has put out an official statement. I just saw, that apparently it was big news yesterday. So, frankly, I don't know. Also, what is it they do? They have some board that is supposed to transmit the moves directly. Yeah, I have to study up. Danuna D is saying, thanks for the reply. It's definitely worth it to read through the Lead Chess post and the comment on it. It's an absolute PR fuck up. Yeah, I'm gonna have to do some reading. I honestly have no idea what's going on. Mr. Dodgy is saying the board not working is May, whatever the fact they have imaginary people working for the company is amazing. We should get some imaginary people. Like, it took us some time to confirm that no, I was gonna make a Laurent Fressinet joke, but he is real. There's no denying that. And Drunk Duck is saying there is no board though. Yeah, I have to check out the whole situation. From everything I hear, it does not sound like a very pleasant thing, but I have to read up first. Daruna D is saying, do you even really exist, Jan? I don't want to be like like Daryl Morey, uninformed on the topic. Joking, Daryl. Daruna D is saying, do you even really exist, Jan? Or are you from XXX as well? What is XXX? I often wonder if I exist, and if so, in how many dimensions, and all that good stuff. But I believe, other than the philosophical angles, is life a simulation? Are we all in a computer game? Also, if we were in a computer game, shouldn't I get a bonus once in a while? I don't mean monetarily, but just a mood lift. Wouldn't that be smart? Overlords running this giant simulation. Taklara is saying there is a book called Wer bin ich und wenn ja, wie viele? Wow, Taklara reading his Richard David Precht. I can't stand that guy. Sorry if you're watching Richard David Precht. I read some of your books and you've never said anything wrong, and I'm sure you have smart points. I just don't like the way you carry yourself. Stonewall, fantastic opening. You put a horsey here and then you checkmate them somewhere there, and you have more space than the others. Blitzking12 is saying, Jan, who was your idol as a developing chess player? First match I followed in detail was like Kasparov-Karpov 1990. Where was it? London, New York? No, where was it? I can't remember. Some French place maybe? Lyon? Gimme. See, another trap of the Stonewall. With the knight on e5, you can take a knight on c6. There I was rooting for Kasparov. And also my first chess book was Kasparov's Chess Openings. So he was an early influence. After that, I realized that at heart, I'm more of a chicken, or as us chicken call it, positional player. So I started, to idolize Kramnik more, because he was closer to my style, playing d4 and playing a lot of fun openings, or I considered fun at the time, that worked better for me than the King's Indian and the Najdorf and all this Gary stuff. So after there was Kramnik, and that's, mid-90s. And then somewhere around 2000, I got bitter, and I have not had any idols ever since. Teja Ravi saying, is every good or great chess player is lucky? Wow, deep question. Is there luck? Do we make our own luck? What is luck? Baby, don't hurt me. No more. I don't think it's luck. Like, if you keep making good moves and fighting, sometimes your opponent will not play the computer moves, which nowadays we define as luck, and your results will be good. So I don't know. Chess is a game of fairly complete information, so I do not think we should call good results luck in chess. Or bad results unlucky. Which I like to do, but it's not that. It's more, Kaisa is a jealous mistress, and she does reward working on chess. Short run, long run. And doesn't matter how you work, if it's in an organized fashion, clicking buttons on the computer, reading books, solving exercises, analyzing your games, throwing money at trainers, that stuff. Or, in a Magnus Carlsen style, cruising the Caribbean, whatever he's doing. While randomly thinking about chess, whatever works. First Knight 90 is saying, why was Bishop h7 not finishing the game? Because I like this game, and I don't want it to be over anytime soon. Christian Bench and I are having a great time here, and I would like to keep that feeling for a little longer. Teja Ravi number 2 is saying, Vida was almost winning Prague. Ali Reza came from somewhere. Not sure what your point is there. But yeah, poor Vidit. That one must have been heartbreaking. Losing the last 2 games and then the tiebreak. Axie is saying, yeah, when do you write a book about swindling chess after your game yesterday? I don't think there was any swindling. I'm being filmed by someone unknown to me, which is mildly confusing, but stranger things have happened. So I'll just keep going and assume that, that's normal. Wow. In my underground basement? How did you even get in here? Maybe chess24 found a new revenue stream after some recent sponsorings haven't gone so well. We're now like selling film a video of Jan for 2 minutes for, I don't know, $79.99. I think that's a fair price. That was confusing. Some guy was standing outside the studio and I'm all alone in here in this underground basement, or at least I thought so. And he was holding up a cell phone, very happy look on his face, and disappeared again. Wow. That was odd. Anyway, moving on. Let's play... No Strange? No one likes Strange. More than Charlie Sheen and me. And look where it's brought us. Let's play Teja Ravi number 2. So active in the chat. We need to quiet him down. Quiet him down a bit? Is that English? Christian Bench is saying, that was a really bad game for me. Yeah, basically, you had this brain fart hanging that knight on c6 after that. There is no more hope. Why don't they play the Stonewall with both colors every game? Like, you can save these thousands of hours learning chess theory. You get a playable game. You do not run into your opponent, who clearly has studied every chess opening in detail while being a talentless hack once he's out of book. So why do we not do this every game? Magnus, this could be a big money saver for the next World Championship match. Not a big money saver, a small money saver. Just play this every game. Boom. How bad can it be? We control that square. After long castle, I will start a lethal attack on the queen side. After not long castle, I will start an unlethal attack somewhere else. How do you do this? 95. bishop 2.295 FE. That doesn't look great. Blitzking12 is asking, have you read that book From London to Elista by Bareev? Yep, very much so. Recommend it. And I like these behind the scenes books. I think that was great. I think the Anand Files from Michiel Abel was great. I think Mindmaster from Vishy himself was great. I read both of those recently. Hopefully, our series that we did together with Peter Heine and Laurent on the 2018 World Championship match also gives you a bit of a peek behind the scenes of stuff happening there. So, not saying it's in the tradition of these books, but in general, I always enjoy these behind the scenes World Championship tales. So, all of those very recommended. Speaking of very recommended, there's a new series today. The Stonewall, the attacking is still there. The hoodies with the code birthday 2020. Where's our series? Why don't I get to plug our series? Is it not out yet? The candidates thingy? Henry Harlem is saying, can I play with Jan GM? Only if you're a chess24 premium member. 95 was a bad move, by the way. I was very busy with my plug. But the good news, Henry, is you can become one by using the code birthday 2020 with a yearly membership. Now you get one of these amazing hoodies, or I would guess a hoodie of your choice. Do we still have Radio Jan hoodies? I don't know. Okay, so how do I make progress here? I should stop him from casting queenside, because then I would have a lethal attack. And I do not expect good things to happen to me. Sorry, I'll stop with the self-loathing. I get annoyed at it myself. Let's talk about the position. I think black should be fine, but it's a bit unclear where his king should go. I think he should just castle kingside, which maybe was reluctant to do earlier, because I might make something happen there. But with the bishop on g6 as a defender, I believe that's fairly safe. So I would guess he can even castle right now. I can't take on b7 then, because of rook fb8, trapping the queen. And if I got super greedy going bishop e7, queen b7, then rook fb8, queen c6, I don't know, or rook ab8, queen c6, and taking b2 looks fairly tempting as well. He goes long castles, which is more ambitious, but also it does feel wrong, because it will make it much easier for me, or hopefully much easier for me, to launch some kind of attack here. I'm not quite sure how to approach this, if c4 is the right way, or if I should move my queen out of the way and then start going b4, b5. Knight f5, I think, is just hanging material, which probably he overlooked, bishop d8, after which the game takes a somewhat different path. Because now I can switch from attacking to taking stuff. chessfan64 is saying, I watched your video on the 2018 World Championship match this morning. It is all about who is the best player if you do your preparation well. Yeah. Not sure. Not sure why I didn't play queen d3 for starters, but not sure if that was the message from it. But of course, it's a great luxury in a way to work for Magnus Carlsen, because he's so insanely good at chess that the feeling is usually, if he gets a chess game, which easier said than done, he will find a way. Obviously, there are other strong players out there, and Fabian Caruana is a great player. Ding Liren is a great player. So others are great players too, but those two really stood out in the last 2 years. So I'm very curious about the next candidate match, how it's going to play out. I should have finished this game. This game I'm not enjoying that much somehow. It's not because of you, Teacher Ravi. It's because of me. Jake Close is saying, Jan, is there a backup plan when Gata is getting flagged in a drawn position? I don't know. I'll be around. I think Pascal will be around. So there's always backup plans, but I'm pretty sure that Gata, who was fantastic in his rematch against Cristobal Enriquez, will avoid flaggery and do a great job. Chess8924 is saying, happy birthday, Chess24. Yeah, happy birthday. I don't think I can speak for Chess24, so I should not say thank you or something. But yeah, 6 years. And I've been here longer, because I was here during the, whatever you want to call it, developing phase. So for me, it's like 8 years. Time goes by. Mr. Dodge Chess is saying, Gata is only accepting 3 minutes with a 30-second increment challenges. Fair enough. Chess8924 is asking, Jan, will you commentate the complete candidate tournament? I'm not sure. Once again, I should talk to the Chess24 overlords once in a while. I don't think we've made that public, or I can talk about it, but there will be very big names. I'll be around, but I will not be close to the star power that we're bringing in. So it's going to be very exciting. Chess Daniel 24 saying 6 years means leaving the kindergarten. I'm not sure, Chess Daniel. I do not think it's something to brag about that you needed 6 years in kindergarten. Like the earliest age you can go is age 1, as far as I know. I do know. Then 6 years later, you're 7? Maybe. My daughter, what age did she join kindergarten? I think when she was 1, we had that talk. Okay, maybe it's time. You either find your own place or you start paying rent. And she refused. So then I said, okay, but then we can't have you around 24 hours. So at least go to the kindergarten 8 hours a day. I believe it was when she was 1. And I'm not sure what the most common is. Like, I think many kids join kindergarten at 3, but 1, especially with quote-unquote working parents, is also fairly common. Yeti 1002 is asking, is my birthday? No, it's not my birthday. It's Chess24's 6-year anniversary. The site, chess24.com, which is highly recommended. A lot of great video series to launch today, one by the world champion Magnus Carlsen, is celebrating 6 years. Yes, since the launch. Daddy Cool is saying, Daddy Cool is saying, will you be in Thailand preparing the games for Magnus during the World Championship? That is the life goal, but I have no clue. I have no clue if I'll be part of the team. I have no clue if we will be in Thailand. But if it was up to me, I'd strongly recommend maybe starting preparations a little early, like around now, and setting up shop in Thailand. I think is a fantastic idea. So, Team Magnus, if you're watching, send us to Thailand now. Playing Russian Beast, that username does scare me greatly. Goes knight bd2, which I think is a good move order to stop black from going in early d5. But I want to go in early d5, which I recommended in my Chess24 Italian video series. Later in my Chessable series, I chickened out and I gave this a6, d6, because I felt you can always reach that and it has more longevity and all that good stuff. But at heart, I really like playing d5 and freeing the position. It's just, harder to justify engine-wise in some lines. Sleepy Mario is saying, and keep on preparing until 2024, I presume. It's not a bad idea, but, It's like I always say, you gotta win one match at a time. Because if you don't win the next one, then you don't play the one after that. Unless you cleverly negotiated a rematch clause. Is that how it works? I think it was a problem for Kasparov. No, I'm not that big an expert on chess history. But after Kasparov lost in 2000, he had the feeling, he had the right to rematch, the moral right, but it wasn't negotiating. Kramnik obviously was trying to repair or to set up a regular system. I don't know what he was trying to do. But yeah, Gary wasn't happy. He didn't get that rematch. And he retired some years later. Is that a fair summary? I don't know. I'm being asked if I'm playing the Dortmund Schachtage. No, that's a big open with double rounds, I think. Pretty good first prize, like 10,000 euros, something in that neighborhood. I'm not going to play, mainly because I'm old and I really dislike double round tournaments. Not going to be able to do it. But yeah, we're friendly with the organizers. I think there's new organizers involved. And I'm not sure if and in what form there will be cooperation. I might stop by there, maybe. I'm sure we'll embed the event. Maybe there will be commentary. I don't know yet. But yeah, check it out. Looks like we have another strong tournament in Germany, which is always good news. Chess8924 is saying, Jan, please tell me, how did you win a draw yesterday? Well, you can check the game. I played horribly. I was lost. I managed to ask one last question when I was very close to resigning, frankly. And he fortunately was not able to answer it in time trouble. But yeah, nothing to write home about. As for this game, after d4 I should be doing well. No Russian beast? Beastie? e3 is already possible. But if it's not winning material, and it looks like it's not, I think I'll just, stay calm and push my pawns up the board. And Jawbreaker is saying chess24 will be doing Grenke. I would assume so. I'm not sure if any deals have been signed or anything, but yeah, I would expect so. And I would guess that I'll be going there and giving great commentary. Once again, disclaimer, I have no idea if stuff has been signed or whatnot, but yeah, hope so. All right, time to make moves. 32 seconds. Time flies when you're having fun. Oof, tough fight against Russian Beast. All right. What time is it? Where are my Norwegian boys at, by the way? Let me check my phone. I'm starting to worry now. They're so young. They're saying, I am in Hamburg. When shall we meet? come here. Jesus, I'm in Hamburg. When shall we meet? Now. Okay, we have 1 hour on this kickoff of the Chess24 birthday show. Let's use that hour to focus on chess and explain the thoughts behind the moves. 1 f4, bad move, but thought is to promote the Stonewall series launched today by Mr. Magnus Carlsen. Knight f3, developing the knight towards the center, controlling the e5 and d4 squares. e3, preparing to get the bishop out. Maybe I would play g3 or b3 here usually, but I'm trying to set up a Stonewall formation. So here we are, e3 followed by d4. Bishop g4, bishop e2, unpinning. Firepower 100 is asking, is it okay to flag Kamsky if I get the chance to play him in Banter Blitz later on to celebrate Chess24 birthday? It's not just okay, it's highly recommended. Kamsky generating viral moments is pretty much the business plan at this stage. So by all means, do what you can. Within the limits of, proper behavior. Now I have completed my Stonewall setup and I don't know what to do next. b3, bishop b2? Is that how the experts play it? I'm going to have to watch Magnus series again. Sometimes he likes to go a4, a5, but I don't understand why. So, not going to be able to do that. Jake Lone saying, Kamsky will only accept challenges with at least 30 seconds increment, Mr. Dodgy told me. Mr. Dodgy is lying. He's always lying. He can't be trusted. Galactic is saying, do you think Team Caruana will prepare the Stonewall for the match this year? I do not know. My best guess would be no, because their strategy usually has been to be very tight with black and, and just have a very well worked out bulletproof repertoire where you neutralize white's chances, which is fairly common and good strategy in World Championship matches. But I don't think the Stonewall necessarily fits that build, because it's more of a, a gambling. No, gambling sounds wrong. More of a dynamic opening where you try to unbalance the position. And so I would guess not, but I could very well be wrong. Teacher Ravi too is saying, these video series help a lot, but it's tough to remember. I feel difference between top 10 and others is memory. Yeah, I'm not sure. Usually I think pattern recognition is more accurate than memory. But certainly most top chess players have a good memory as well, which it's a chicken egg situation. Are they good at chess because they have a good memory? Do they have a good memory because they had to prepare for a lot of chess games? Je ne sais pas. Why do I never have any time, by the way? Are all these 3-minute games? I'm always down to a minute instantly. At least Mr. Dochi is confirming that he is a liar. But can we trust a man who's lied to us so much when he says, yes, I am a liar? Could he be lying about that? Oof, mind blown. I took a pawn, which I believe is the main idea of the Stonewall. Move around, then eventually take a pawn. Run! Run, Ponzi's! I'm running a Ponzi scheme here. Ugh, did I blunder one of my Ponzi's? That'd be most unfortunate. Running, running, they're running, running. I'm still trying to figure out who that guy was that walked in here, filmed me, and disappeared. Oh, there's new people coming. Baby Knight is saying, "Dear chess24, happy birthday. The show The Judges was just super." What was that? The one with Laurent, Peter and me, where we evaluate each other's chess skills, each other's rapidly deteriorating chess skills? Thanks. Let's play Eastwood. Yeah. All of you pointing out that Rook A8 and Queen C4 won a piece. You all get one virtual cookie. Chocolate chip. This guy has not played D5. Does that make my stone wall more or less effective? I don't know. I think I'll transpose to appears a tempo down, but you know, who's counting? Eastwood. Clint Eastwood, the famous director of great box office hits such as American Sniper. Weird movie, by the way. Or is it another Eastwood? Where should my knight go? What does he want to do? He wants knight h5? I'll develop the knight somewhere. Eastwatch by the Sea. What is that? It's like Manchester by the Sea? Queen b8. Give me material. That's my approach to chess. Who needs squares if you can just grab rooks? Should I play some intermezzo, as Peter Lako likes to call it? Why not? Or Jawbreaker is saying, maybe that actor guy Eastwood. Wow, keen observer of pop culture. Isn't there a younger Eastwood too? Is that Clint Eastwood's son? Scott Eastbrook or whatever he's called? Guy from Fast and the Furious? D6 or no D6? Yeah, why not? There's a lot of noise outside. Are those the Norwegians settling in? Giroud90 is asking, don't you watch Game of Thrones? Not currently. I did watch all them episodes. Galactic is saying, will Magnus comment on the candidates? Once again, the honest answer is I do not know. He's not one of the very big names I've been teasing, but obviously we'd be delighted to have Magnus call in. I don't think he's going to come here, but I think there is a fair chance that he will show up, call in, and give his expert opinions. Galactic is saying, will Magnus comment on the candidates or maybe even John Bartholomew? John, if you're watching, that is the pecking order in the chess world now. Maybe Magnus or even John Bartholomew. Boom! How famous that guy has gotten from Minnesota. Even Andrew Wiggins has not reached that level of fame. That is impressive. Mr. Dodgy is saying, Magnus and John are the dream team. Don't disagree. That's not going to happen. Such a shameless plugger. Baby Knight is saying, maybe there's a big birthday party outside. I don't know. They don't invite me to parties. With pastry, cookies. That's why all the noise. With Jan's favorite Luke entertaining all. I do love Lukey boy. I've never seen him entertain anybody. That's not true. I've seen Luke entertain many a people. Jawbreaker saying, just get both Peters in. Yeah, Svidler's not around. I think he's talked about that. That he might or might not have different obligations. But I do promise. I don't promise. There's always someone who's going to be disappointed. But I don't think you'll be disappointed with the lineup. Pretty good. All right. Another game. I have a 0-1 score against Matthijs 0-3. How did that happen? Why did that happen? Did I not play f4 last time we played? Matthijs. Mr. Dodgy is saying, I'll be disappointed if it's not Grishuk. Fun story. Grishuk has been suggested by some pretty big names that I contacted about this topic. And I said, I'll see what I can do, but there is the practical problem that he is playing in the candidates. So I did it wrong. I played sort of Dutchish, but I went b3, bishop b2, not Stonewall. Burns420 is saying, damn you, chess24, for having a 24-hour Banter Blitz. I don't think it's 24. It's only 20, no? But we are releasing some video series today, like the Stonewall, like the candidates preview. Therefore, you could spend 24 hours for sure today. I'm not sure, Queen e1, Queen h4, it always struck me as a bit of a primitive plan, but if it's good for Simon Williams, it should be good for me. Is it? I have no idea how Simon Williams plays these positions, I should mention, but somehow I associate this maneuver with him. Maybe it's not just him, maybe it's just English school of chess. I'm pretty sure, or I would guess, I'm not really sure, but I would guess that Lawrence Trent has played this maneuver more than once. How do you do this? Knight g5, h5, does that get me anywhere? f6 would be next. I kind of want to play knight c3, but then knight f5. I'm not sure if that helps. Now knight f5 maybe can take on d5. Queen d6, not really. See, grandmasterly thought process. Think about something. Who knows? Make a random move. Galactic is saying, I hope you all gave 5 for Fabi in calculation, prep, understanding, and technique. I can't remember. I would guess there is the occasional 4 in there, but I'm not sure. Giroux90 is saying, Jan, how is it that Scandinavian people are so fluent in English? giant myth. I spent a lot of time there. The myth is they're a small country. They only watch English TV because they don't dub everything. That's why they're all geniuses of the English language. Nothing could be further from the truth. It's all in Norwegian or Danish on their TV. It's non-stop reality shows of good-looking Norwegian people performing, having very boring competitions outdoors. Like, I don't know, throw this hammer into that direction for 5 meters. And then we measure it, and whoever did it for exactly 5 meters wins. That's Norwegian TV. No one learns any English there. And obviously, they're better than big countries like France or Spain or Germany that dub their movies. But I do not think they're all as fluent as maybe represented by, chess players. Is that fair, Norwegian viewers? Did I offend anybody? Perpetual same as saying Jan pretending to know anything about Norway. I know way too much about Norway culture because it's an almost daily fight in my household that I'm trying to watch some quality movie like Liam Neeson killing everybody instead of the Norwegian reality TV that other members of my household would want to watch. So I'm very well versed in Norwegian culture. Firepower 100 is saying, if you're only doing 20 hours, you should be called chess 20, not chess 24. That is a good point. And on the days where we're not even doing 20 hours, should we call it chess 0? How would that work? White Herb number 2 is saying, Jan have visit Magnus flat. By the way, proving my case here. And Jan have visit Magnus flat in Oslo sometimes. So you were the guy on the couch, White Herb number 2? We were wondering, who's the guy on the couch? And I'm doing pretty well here because of the more queens, but I have not been what they call fast in the business. So it's time to speed up a little bit. Just a little bit. Come a little bit closer, baby. Baby Knight is saying, I was told that English is second language in Danish schools. So at least in Denmark, they're good in English. So what do you think is second language in German schools or in French schools? Or even in Spanish schools? I don't know. I don't know if this is Scandinavians can't speak English is the hill that I want to die on. But for now, I'll stand my ground. Pascu. Giroux90 is asking, Jan, are you Swedish or German? I'm German. Galactic is saying, in Spain their second language is Spanish again. Actually, true story. I did go to school in Spain as a young man. And the first language was Catalan in my school. Second language was Castellano. No English was taught. But it was elementary school. Chessfan64 is saying, in Sweden we learned English from 9 years old. That's impressive. Once again, so do we in Germany. So, I would guess, I don't know this, I would guess the average level of English, oh, D5 is hanging, who cares, of English is somewhat higher in Scandinavia because of the non-dubbing movies. But it has not been my experience that everyone in Norway, Denmark, or Sweden is fluent in English. Obviously, you can communicate in English as you can in, frankly, most countries nowadays. Even in Spain, you can sort of communicate in English. They've had giant initiatives to get people to speak better English. But so yeah, I would guess that the level of English in smaller European countries that don't dub movies is slightly higher than in the bigger countries. But I'm not sure it's as good as the myth is. Because you get all these comedians touring. I went to see Bill Burr in Oslo, touring Scandinavia, let's say, saying there is zero language barrier, which I think is true for people that come to watch their shows. I'm not sure it's true for everybody. Anyway, I'll stop. Scandinavians, you are good at English. Giroux90 is saying, in Greece we also do learn English from a young age, but Greeks do not speak English particularly well, probably because the languages are so different. Yeah, that could be another factor, that the more different the language is, the tougher it is. Like, I think, once again, correct me if wrong, by my experience, in China there are many initiatives to learn English, but since the language is so different from Mandarin or Cantonese, it's way harder. Archonite is saying in France this was not the case. Yeah, France. I'm not sure if Laurent is still watching, so I shouldn't say anything bad. But even there, I think there's more people speaking English than they want us to know. Jake Lones is saying, found proof. Swamp Germany is on 1, followed by Sweden, Denmark, Norway, Singapore, Finland. What's that about? Like English prowess? Firepower 100 is saying, French can speak English well, but pretend they don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Jake Lones saying, non-native English-speaking countries with the best English. Yeah, that was my feeling too. But it's hard statistically. Or I don't effing know. Don't checkmate me, sir. I have a family. Double checking that I'm not blundering. Rook f8, queen f8. Nope. Rook up. My favorite rook endings. I like my chances here. Thanks for the game, Pascu. Oops. I kind of have to go to the bathroom, but not that urgently that I could not function with that slight desire I feel to go. So I think I won't go, but instead talk about it for a similar amount of time. Nope. All right. Let's play another chess game. Maybe against... Let's play Di Stefano. Schachschatten is wondering, Jan, how many challenges do you have at the moment? I don't know. Like 30 maybe? Di Steph is playing the London system. Boom. I hate it so much. Baby Night is saying, no, don't talk about it. Don't we remember Sheldon had to run to the bathroom the moment that P word was uttered? Jan being our very own Sheldon at chess24. I don't know. I think of myself as more like a Howard Wolowitz type. Giroud is saying, Jan, who do you think is the best football player of all time? I believe it is Messi. I don't follow football very much, so it's probably a Messi debate. It's not Lothar Matthäus? Jeff Check is saying, that's 1/30th chance to get to beat you. So you're saying, and Jeff, I should point out that our personal score is 7-0 in my favor. You are saying that if you get accepted, you would have a 100% chance of beating me? I don't think you did the math right there. Like, maybe an 80% chance, but 100% just sounds wrong. I took the pawn here against Di Steph. And you know what? I want more of your pawns. I don't just want to try to go back with my queen and enjoy the extra pawn. I want them all. I'm like Ash going after these Pokemons when it comes to pawns. Random name 993 is saying he's not reading the chat, it seems. Sometimes he is. Galactic is saying it's Podolsky. Yeah, that name is certainly in the conversation. Di Steph. Schachschatten is asking, Jan, what is the best chess opening of all time? I don't know. Like some time-honored openings are boring stuff like the Queen's Gambit declined, the Ruy Lopez. These things, this Slav to some extent, these things have, served many a world champion well. And whenever we have a world championship match, you see people often coming back to the classics, to playing the Queen's Gambit declined, because those are the soundest openings and all that. But obviously today I will argue that the Stonewall is the best opening of all time, and I will not change my mind until I don't know, like tomorrow. So check out The Stonewall by world champion Magnus Carlsen. It is highly educational. It's not just theory stuff, but plans and all that stuff, unbalancing the game. He did beat Vichy and Fabi with it, so hard to argue too hard against. I should try not to blunder all my pieces all the time. It's hard for me though. That really is maybe is the saddest thing. Being half facetious, but only half, that decent moves used to come to me kind of naturally, once again, on my not world champion level, but especially in Blitz, I could make a move and trust my hand that it's kind of okay, but that is no longer the case, and it's sad. Random name is saying a3 winning here. Queen a3 doesn't look that winning, does it? Lost Kid 994 is saying, I feel Italianist. You are entitled to your wrong opinion, Lost Kid 994. Are you Italian? Certainly. Trending. Hang on, I took some pawns, no? We can't just go to an endgame and pretend that white is okay. I took all these pawns. D-staff. First Knight 90 is saying, as a premium user, do I get any discount on Chessable? What I heard, once again, this is me not being super well informed, is that is very much a topic that's being worked on. That there were some technical barriers still to clear, but that is something that's in the plans, because obviously now that we're all friends with Chessable and Play Magnus, would make a lot of sense to have that. So I think that's in the works. Stop asking me chess questions. Or no, do ask me chess questions. What are we debating? I'm not sure where here. Rook b4, rook b1. Queen c3 is kind of winning, no? I thought. Teja Ravi is asking, any offer for candidates? I don't know. I'm sure it's going to be something. I'm not sure it's going to be as good as today, where you get a hoodie with the birthday 2020 code. I'm assuming that is also for extending your current premium membership. So, boom, knock yourself out. You also get access to all these new video series. I'm annoyed I don't have a graphic for the series that I did with Laurent Peter Heine. We actually did two series, but we're releasing the Candidates 2020 preview today because it's a great series. Did we decide the Magnus Stonewall series is more important to promote? Nah, that would be horrible, horrible business decision. Mr. Dodgy is saying 8% off for every draw Geary makes. That's not a bad promotion. Did we have that last time? You get an extra month for every draw Geary makes? Sounds like an expensive promo. Jake Loans is asking, Jan, what is your day job at chess24? I don't know. Mainly it's talking nonsense here. But I have, like Jordan Schlansky, varied tasks and responsibilities. Let's play Jake Loans. So curious. Maybe we should just play a game. Galactic is saying, maybe you could share more thoughts because a lot of your calculations go unnoticed. Frankly, there are not that many thoughts. But this game, I will share all my thoughts. Knight 3 c4. This is a line I often play. It's mainly directed against the Grunfeld, because after d5 here you have some extra options that you wouldn't have after 1 d4. But Jake Loans is playing the King's Indian, bishop g7 once again. You play e4 to stop the Grunfeld, which after d4 would be d5. Now in this position, most of my life I've played the bishop e2, bishop e3 system. Recently I've played more fianchetto systems. Jake Loans starts with knight c6, which is sort of provoking me to go d5, and I shell bite. You could of course castle play e5, d5, transposing to main lines, but this time around I will take the gauntlet. He loses to tempi, but he provokes me into going d5, and he can now try to attack that by going e6, c6. He goes e5 directly, which is possible. Now we have a position that we would have if after castles e5, d5. He would not play knight e7, but knight b8, which is probably not ideal, but maybe it's not too bad. And I have the extra option, which I find very tempting, because I don't like King's Indian structures that much, to go d takes e6. I'm sure a computer would say whatever, b4 or bishop g5 and what is much better. But I have never felt that comfortable in these locked up King's Indian structures, so I prefer to open it a little bit, because I feel much more comfortable in this type of position. Now I'm contemplating pushing e5 here, which... Oh, the Norwegian boys are here. How you doing? They made it to the office. I was a little worried that they got lost on the way, but they did make it here. And they're so well behaved, they're scared to come in, which they should be. They're just standing there, staring. So I went e5, which gives me a long-term advantage in the form of this weak pawn, but also costs a bit of time. Frankly, I don't think that was the best decision. Maybe just some random move like bishop g5, but it does clarify the structure in my favor. Sometimes it's a little easier to play if you have a static advantage, because then you don't have to think of anything too clever. You just, have to maintain that static advantage and make moves getting the pieces out. While if you don't have such an advantage, then you have to think about ways to create a static advantage through dynamic means, which is very hard, at least for me. Galactic is saying maybe they just don't understand English. No, they are very, very fluent in the common tongue. Most chess players are, because, to talk to the other chess players, and as we know, chess players are very social animals. We love talking to each other. The common tongue is still widely used. Maybe some exceptions for Chinese guys and maybe some Russian guys, even though most Russian guys speak pretty good English nowadays. But other than that, the chess world is very, very English speaking. Maybe I should make this the last game already, because we gotta set our Norwegian friends up. And their show, I think, is starting. Where is it starting? At 1? So as for the game, yeah, I have, as advertised, I haven't done anything special, but I have maintained my static advantage, which, yeah, is not necessarily winning, but it means that I will always have, grounds to play on knight e4, another very dry decision. And as it often happens, if you keep making non-horrible moves for a while, at some point, they give you a rook, which is a very welcome sight. Did they leave again? They're gone. So sad. Then I'll play one more game. And then vacate the seat for them boys. I'm not sure if I should call anybody younger than me boys. But yeah, I think I should. Let's play Daddy Cool. Daddy Cool. F4! Excellent move. I have to avoid the crushing Stonewall by all means possible. Theory is asking, was it something you said, Jan? It usually is. It's the problem with being a cynic. I hurt people's feelings all the time, when usually I don't mean to. Usually I just mean to, portray my fatalistic, nihilistic worldview. But also, going for cheap jokes at other people's expense is not a way to make friends. I'm not sure. Did I say anything bad about Sebastian and Benjamin? I don't think I did. But now I feel like I did. What is this position? This is very confusing. It's like a bizarro King's Gambit. Miss Burns for 20 is saying, what are people for if not cheap jokes? Yeah, I don't know. I don't think. I should read that book, How to Make Friends and Influence People. Wow, so mean. So do you make friends in order to influence them? This game keeps getting weirder, but I'll take them. Lost Kid 994 is informing us that Ben Feingold has a similar merch, such as the famous fucking... Oh, did I say fucking again? That's too many F-bombs in one show. I apologize. Famous effing legend. Who knew? How's that merch game going? I want a muck. Lost Kid 994 is saying, read How to Make Friends book. Isn't that literally an episode of The Big Bang Theory? That Sheldon is trying to find an algorithm for how to make friends? So it's not something that Sheldon Cooper would do. Something he did do, no? Haha, pinned. So I'm going to win this last game. And then I'll hand it over to some fresh-faced, life-affirming youngsters. Before later on, you get the battle-hardened veterans, the Hammers, the Fressines, the Svidlers, the Kamskis, the Schenklins. Before that, some wide-eyed, two Norwegians in the big city. Because let's face it, Oslo, bit of a village. Really trying to make friends in Norway today after I already questioned your English prowess, dear Norwegian viewers. For these guys to come from 600,000 people, Oslo, to 2 million Hamburg, must be a bit of a shock. Also, the prices must be shocking for them. All of a sudden, they can afford anything. So it's probably a bit like that Eurotrip movie where them Americans made it to Bratislava. That's how Sebastian Mikhailov and Benjamin must feel right now in Hamburg City. And I'm not sure they can handle it. Can maybe be a bit of an overload. So I hope they'll be okay. Uh-oh. Daddy cool. King gone. Thanks for the game, Daddy Cool. It's been a pleasure to end the show with that very exciting encounter. Where the boys at? I'll go to the restroom, check it out. If they're not here yet, I might come back for another game. Because, frankly, I can't end with that game. It was too smooth. Wouldn't fit the mood. See, I'm wearing pants today. And a belt. Just so you know. Oh, do I have clips? Maybe I can play a clip while I'm going to the Baresta Roma. Where are them clips at? Here, maybe?
Because I'm not sure that I'm the biggest theoretical expert, but I can talk a bit about my games and my experiences with the line. I first got introduced to the Stonewall by Sim Lagdestein, who was my coach at some point. He himself played a bunch of good games against very strong players in the Stonewall in his youth, and has kept it as part of his repertoire all his life. I think he himself was taught by international master Helmers when he was young, so it's certainly been in Norwegian chess circles for many years. Before that, it was a favorite of Botvinnik. You can see from his style that he really liked this particular structure, or the famous Botvinnik system with e4, d3 and c4 as white. Again, the point being that you take up a lot of space, you create one hole, d4 or e5, but you think you can sort of play around it. Well, first of all, I'll talk about the best way of getting this Stonewall, because I can see from my own games that I've gotten it in a bunch of different ways. First of all, the best way after one d4 is to go knight f6, and c4 you go e6, and you hope that your opponent plays g3, because then you can go d5, bishop g2, bishop b4 check, bishop d2, bishop b7, knight f3, castles, I don't know, c6 or knight bd7, whatever. And then you hope that your opponent will make some moves like queen c2, queen b3, a4, and so on, because then you're going to get knight e4, f5, and you're going to get basically the best version of the Stonewall you can possibly get. So people still play it with white, though, not without success. People like Ding, who played it a bunch with white. Karyakin have had these improved Stonewall structures a bit as black several times. But it's a more or less balanced battle there. But I think neither white players nor black players mind it too much. So I understand that's a bit of a jocular note, but seriously, it's something you should think about when building an opening repertoire, or just trying out new openings, that a lot of the same structures can arrive from completely different move orders and even completely different openings. I guess one of the most famous examples is the Panov structure that can arise from either Panov Caro-Kann or the Nims Indian, two completely different openings.
Just come, say hi. Okay, we're back. That was Magnus teaching. I'm not sure if you could hear anything, because, I don't know how to do audio settings. But my show is over. The good news is the Norwegian guys made it here. Come say hi at least. Benjamin and Sebastian Mikhailov
Hello.
come all the way from Oslo, the hour-long flights. Benjamin is very tall. How tall are you? You're much taller than me, no?
Yeah, almost 2 meters.
Almost 2 meters. Yeah, that's... Oof. I'm 193, so normally I feel tall, but...
Not next to me.
if you become a Grandmaster, you're in the running for #1 Grandmaster, maybe, no? Who's taller?
Some Alexander Indrich or something.
He's 202?
Yeah, he's pretty tall.
I think Kremlin is pretty tall. He's only 196, but he feels taller. Anyway, I will end this show. Sebastian and Benjamin will take over. I hope you guys stick around. We have Banter Blitz action all day long, as mentioned. We also have 2 new video series, but you can wait watching those until the bantering is over. So, what can we expect from your show? You normally only talk nonsense, right? That's your
That's
approach.
exactly what we were going to do. Just great fun all along playing with you guys. I think it's gonna be a good time and introduce this guy to our team.
Yeah, we'll see. It's I won't contribute with much except for bad play, maybe. I think, and you can do the talking. So then, I think it will be a good mix.
Sounds like a very good mix indeed.
Can't wait. Bye, guys. Stay tuned. This show will begin any minute.